Hello and welcome. So today we're going to go over some sentence structures in Latin. Very, important thing. So yes, without further ado, let's begin. Oh wait, actually, these phrases are not to be said in front of Latin teachers. I will give you that disclaimer. They are not school appropriate at all. I mean, I guess you could probably say them with your friends if you're like in high school, your high schoolers, whatever. They're not like racial slurs or anything, but they're not exactly like a great thing to say in front of teachers either, or little children. So, don't say this. Without further ado, let's begin. First off, we have mater laete palum maximum patris velat. Right, so here we have the subject in the nominative case, right? Nominative singular, mater, meaning mother. Now, laite is an adverb, right? So that's describing this verb right here, that she's doing it happily. Here we have an adjective, or actually here we have the accusative noun, which means that this is the recipient of this verb. Next we have this adjective, which is, as you can tell by the ending, they're both accusative singular, masculine. So then what this means is that this adjective would then describe this noun, right? Since the same case, same gender, same number. Now patris, this is genitive. Now this is, it's generally implied, since this is in genitive, that means it's possessing. So it's generally implied as to what the father is possessing. So, I mean, if it was like here, it would probably be implied that the father is possessing the mother, but that's not, partly because that's not okay to just own people like that, and partly because that's just not what the sentence is. The father is clearly possessing the palum, right? I can't say what palum means because then I'd get demonetized. I might already be demonetized right now. I don't know. So the pater is possessing the palum. And this velat. Velat is in the third person singular, present tense, right? So what this means is that it's not I who's doing it, it's not you who's doing it, it's her, the mater, right? Because she's in the nominative case. So she's the one doing it, not me, not you, but her, right? And it's singular, so it's not multiple people doing it, it's just one. And it's present, meaning that she's doing it right now as opposed to having done it in the past or the future. All right, let's move on. No, mater tua palum meum quotidie velat. This is one that you could probably actually use in an Xbox Live chat if you get angry. Basically, you can look it up on Google Translate. Actually, here, Google Translate everything I say today. I'm not gonna say it here. So this one, again, mater is in the nominative case, and tua. Tua is a nominative feminine singular adjective, right? So that means that it's probably describing mater because palum is masculine. So this is the only nominative feminine singular noun here, and it's also right next to the adjective. So then tua is probably describing mater, meaning your mother. Now palum. Palum is again in the accusative singular, and meum. Meum is like my. So my palum, except, actually not except, but rather we know that meum is referring to palum because meum is a masculine accusative singular, which palum is as well, and they're also right next to each other. So that kind of makes it pretty obvious. There's also nothing else for meum to describe. Now quotidien, that means every day, right? So your mother, velat, velats, my palum every day, right? It's a very good one to use in the Xbox Live chat. I hope that gives you a sort of implication as to what it means. Moving on to our final phrase for today. Mater tua futui heri. Oh wait, actually I kind of did this one wrong. Hold on, let me just edit this really quickly. Okay, yeah, so matrem, hold on, I need to edit this one too. No. Matrem tuam futui heri. So, matrem, actually let's start with the verb first. So as you can see, this is all accusative, so there's no subject explicitly said in the sentence here, right? However, the subject is implied by the ending of the verb. This is the perfect singular first person ending, meaning I. So I did it in the past, and it's completed past, so it's perfect. So it's like I did it, not I was doing it. I was doing it or I used to do it would be a different ending. Right? This is saying I did it, meaning that it's completed past. Yeah. So then this is yesterday, right? So I did it yesterday. So I futured, or well, I don't really think it would translate well into English in that way, but yeah. Futured, again, put this into Google Translate if you want to know what it means. But I futured your mother yesterday. Alright, so here we're seeing a clear example of the subject being implied in the sentence by the verb ending. Right, this used pretty frequently in Latin, actually. So it's good to sort of get a feel for it, that, you know, looking at the ending of the verb if no subject is explicitly given, to try to figure it out. So this really only definitively works with first and second person, right? Because with third person, it doesn't tell you exactly who, it just tells you he, she, it, or they. And then you'd have to, like, based on context, like, you know, if you're talking about a boy walking through the street and then he sees it, like a dog, then you'd assume that he is referring to the boy, right? So then that it's based off of context like that. But for first and second person, that's just I and you and we and you all. So that is pretty easily gotten from the verb ending. Anyways, that's it for today, and yeah, see you next time, I guess.